Ahmed and the Feather Girl, written by Jane Ray. There was once a little orphan boy with a big dark eyes. He was called Ahmed, and he lived with a traveling circus. The circus was owned by an old woman called Madame Saleem, who was cruel and bad-tempered. Ahmed was afraid of her. She made Ahmed work very hard. He fetched firewood and carried water. He swept up caravans and fed the animals. He washed the clothes and cooked the food. At night, he huddled near the embers of the dying campfire and stared up the stars until he fell asleep. One winter's day, Ahmed was picking up firewood in the forest. As he wandered, he came across a golden egg lying in the middle of the path. Where could it have come from? Ahmed worried that the egg would get cold lying in the snow, so he carefully carried it back to the circus. He made a nest of willow branches close to the fire to keep it warm. When Madame Saleem saw the golden egg, she grew very excited. She snatched it up and locked it away in a golden cage. From a distance, Ahmed kept a careful watch on the egg. Spring came and the days grew warmer. One morning, Ahmed heard a cracking sound. The egg was hatching. He watched in amazement as the egg opened to reveal a beautiful little child. She uncurled her limbs, opened her big dark eyes, and smiled straight at Ahmed. The circus people named the little girl Aurelia. Her hair was as soft as feathers. Her eyes sparkled, and each morning as the sun came up, she sang and sang. When Madame Saleem saw the little child, she danced with delight.
"We'll put her on show,"
she cried. Everywhere the circus went, people queued up to see the little girl hatch from a golden egg. Madame Saleem counted in the money. Weeks went by, and the circus moved on. The little girl began to change and grow. Tiny points appeared on her back and began to sprout fine silken feathers. The more beautiful Aurelia became, the more people came to see her. The more people who came to see her, the more money Madame Saleem counted in. And every night, when he had finished his chores, Ahmed lay down next to the golden cage, and he and Aurelia stared up at the stars until they fell asleep. But as spring turned to summer, Aurelia grew unhappy. She could hear the forest birds calling to her. She longed to be able to spread her new wings and fly up into the sky. Ahmed knew that he must free her. But how could he get hold of the key to the golden cage? By day it hung on a cord around Madame Saleem's neck, and at night she slept with it under her pillow. One day, Aurelia stopped singing altogether, and Ahmed knew he had to act. That night, he summoned up all his courage and crept into Madame Saleem's caravan, where she lay snoring in her bunk. Holding his breath, he slid his hand under her pillow and found the key. Ahmed ran out to the golden cage and unlocked the door. Aurelia felt the night breeze ruffling her feathers and heard the nightingales calling. For the first time, she could open her wings. With a deep breath and a burst of song, she flew up into the night sky. Ahmed watched until she was just a spark amongst the stars. Ahmed ran to put the key back, but the rickety old caravan creaked as he crept in, and Madame Saleem opened one eye. She shrieked and leaped out of bed, chasing Ahmed outside. When she saw the golden cage was empty, Madame Saleem exploded with rage. Ahmed hid under one of the caravans and wept. She was happy that Aurelia was free, but now he would never see her again, and he felt lonelier than ever. He cried himself to sleep, and he dreamed of Aurelia. In his dream, she plucked from her wing a soft feather that floated down and brushed his cheek. Then, without a sound, she was gone. But when Ahmed woke in the morning, there was the feather clasped in his hand. Madame Saleem made Ahmed work even harder as punishment for setting Aurelia free. Now he had only crusts and scraps to eat, and he slept huddled under a caravan. He was cold and hungry, and he missed Aurelia. But each night he had the same dream, and each morning he awoke holding more feathers. He collected them in his tattered old blanket and kept them safe. They helped him remember Aurelia. Summer passed and autumn came. It was time for the circus to move closer to town. Everything was back up and the circus trundled on its way. On snowy night, as he lay shivering, Ahmed heard the most beautiful singing. There, perched on the caravan roof, was Aurelia. "Put on your feathers, Ahmed. It's time to go," she sang. And Ahmed saw that all the feathers Aurelia had brought him in his dreams had become a soft, warm cloak of pink and gray, gold and amber. He pulled the cloak around him. It fit perfectly. Aurelia took Ahmed's hand and gave it a little tug. Ahmed found himself rising above the circus, above the town. He took a deep breath and leaned into the wind. Together, Ahmed and Aurelia flew through the snowflakes, up into the dark night sky, to the place beyond the stars. The end.